Hey guys, what's up? It's Justin, aka Diego, and we're on part 4, I believe. I don't remember. Part 4 of my Cataclysm Guide for Protection Paladins. Today we're talking about Reforging, obviously, because I'm right next to the Reforge guy. How awesome is that? But in case you're wondering where this guy's located, the one in Orgrimmar is right by the Enchanting Trainer. I believe a guard can guide you to it. The other cities I'm not sure about. The Alliance faction I'm not sure about. But before we jump right into it, I just want to let you guys know about the videos I got coming down the pipeline. I'm doing a gear guide. I'm doing a new UI video. Yes, another UI video, even though I hate doing them. Yes, I am doing another UI video. Um, and gear and enchants. Yeah, so those 3 videos. Other than that, if you guys have any requests, just hit me up and maybe I'll do it. Or if you're struggling with anything in particular, just let me know, and I'll try to get them out. All right, so reforging. Let's talk about reforging. What you got to do first, obviously, if you guys, I'm assuming I'm just talking to you guys as if you're complete noobs. You go to the Reforge guy and you either drag an item from your bag or you just drag it straight from where you got it equipped. I'm going to use an item that I haven't reforged here yet just to kind of show you. So what you do is you drag the item in and you select a stat. You cannot do a plus stat, you can only do equip stats. So I could either reforge the mastery off or reforge the dodge off. So you'll see here. So if I select the dodge and then go over to here and it says choose a stat, it'll give me options, and it's spirit, parry, hit, crit, haste, and expertise for this item. I cannot reforge mastery on this item because the item already has mastery on it. And then if I wanted to reforge the mastery, I could not reforge the into dodge. So that goes for every item. You cannot reforge something that's already on the item. So yeah, and then all you gotta do is just select your stat and then hit reforge, and it takes the gold and whatever. So that's that. Now, what should you reforge? It's pretty simple, but if an item does not have mastery on it, you want to make sure you reforge mastery. Other than that, all of your other items, I would recommend that you get mastery on them, strictly because you're going to get more mastery if it's already got mastery on it, as opposed to reforging mastery. Because you'll see here, look, I got 140 mastery on my gloves, and then the epic wrists had to reforge mastery because I didn't have it on it. I only have 46 or 76. So obviously if an item's already got mastery on it, you're going to get quite a bit more mastery. And mastery is an extremely strong talent for a prot tank. For a prot tank, with Holy Shield up, you block 40% damage. I don't know why it says 31. Can anyone tell me why it says 31%? Obviously when I get Holy Shield up, I think it should say 41. I'm not sure. But so it's 40%, and then if you have the block meta, it's 45%. So I mean, you're blocking a lot of damage, and as you see here, I'm almost at 50%, which is half of the incoming damage, a little bit less than half. I'm basically reducing by 50%, which is a huge fucking deal. So it's a really good survivability stat. Now let's talk about. I'm just going to use my bracers probably as an example for most of the rest of this video, but. So for the bracers, they didn't have mastery on them. What stat should you reforge to get the mastery on it? Preferably, and I would recommend the stat with the highest itemized level on it, meaning whatever it has the most of. So if it has more dodge than expertise, which these bracers did, I'd take the dodge off because you're going to get more mastery. I believe when you reforge something, it's somewhere around like 20-30%. Someone knows, I'm not too sure, but it's a percent of what the stat on the thing is that you're reforging. So for example, if I were to reforge the expertise and mastery, I would get less mastery than if I were to reforge a dodge because there's more dodge on these bracers. So I would recommend reforging the highest stat, but that's what I like about mastery. It's a little bit personal preference. For example, on these bracers, if you're fine on threat and you didn't care about your hit and expertise and your godly threat, and I don't ever need threat because I am doing 1,000,000 threat per second, then yeah, you can reforge the expertise, but you're not going to get as much mastery off on it. Another good example would be the mace I got. It had parry and mastery on it, and I didn't need all that parry because I don't know, I'm really low on hit. As you see, that's why I chose to reforge hit on that item. So I reforged some hit. And there are probably some other items I could do that on, but I'm just a little nervous right now about reforging all of my avoidance off into threat stats because tank fights are, I mean, tanking right now is, we're all under geared. So it's pretty hard to live basically. So I'm trying to do as much threat as I can without giving up my survivability, which where vengeance comes in. If you guys don't know, every tank gets vengeance, so every time I take damage, I get threat from it, basically. So it's and it's in a good spot, and my threat's been fine, so I haven't really had the quite need to reforge into more threat stats. I'll probably do that once we start getting more gear and I start purpling out a little bit more. I like that saying, purpling out. I'm gonna start saying that a little bit more. But so once I start getting more gear, I'll reforge and start getting some more hit and expertise caps. In case you guys are wondering, the hit cap is 8%. Your soft expertise cap, which means you're removing dodges from a boss, or it's a really strong threat stat, is 26. The parry cap something like 59. It's pretty much unattainable, and if you are parry capped, you're probably gemming and enchanting wrong, or maybe, I don't know, probably gemming wrong for sure. But yeah, so those are your caps, and if you want to get them, go ahead and get them. But like I said, Vengeance is in a good spot, and I haven't really had any huge threat issues. The first 15 seconds, 30 seconds can be kind of iffy, especially if you're popping hero right off the bat for some boss fights. It can be kind of tough, especially if you're getting if you're getting your parry gib on. If the boss is parrying you a lot, it's really hard. But I haven't noticed a huge deal, so I've decided to leave some of my gear, like for example the neck. I haven't reforged that because I don't really need that threat right now. But like I said again, once we get a little bit more gear and I start to survive a little bit more and healers get a little bit more gear and their mana's fine, I'll probably reforge out and get some hit and expertise for threat so the DPS can open up a little bit more. But that's basically it. Hopefully that helped you out. Hopefully that shined some light on the situation for reforging for you guys. And season's greetings, happy holidays, and I will see you guys next time. Later.